guys, Lauren Losing here for my week 148 post-op VSG and week 3 post-op plastics update. I had my vertical sleeve gastrectomy surgery on August 21st, 2013 at Massachusetts General Hospital with Dr. Denise Gee. My first appointment at the weight center, I was 269 pounds. I'm doing it again. Side note, I'm 5'2". Day of surgery, I was 245.5. And I got down to my maintenance weight of 135 about 10 months post-op and had some up and downs after that. I'm probably going to make a video sometime soon of just basically like a recap of my weight loss surgery journey and all that stuff, because I don't expect everybody to watch all of my videos, and now that I am almost 3 years out, that's a lot of videos to like go back and rewatch and get an idea of my whole process and everything. So I think I'm going to make a video, which it might end up being a little long, but I think I'm going to make a video kind of recapping my my weight loss surgery journey. I hate that word. From beginning up until now. So, anywho, I got down to 125 pounds a few weeks ago. The morning of my plastic surgery, which was May 26, 2016, I weighed 125 pounds. The procedures that I had were a brachioplasty, which is an arm lift, a mastopexy with augmentation, which is a breast lift with 325cc silicone implants, and a belt lipectomy, which is a 360 lower body lift. I had them done at Massachusetts General Hospital with Dr. Amy Colwell. So I'm coming to you a couple days late, and that is basically because my week 3 post-op from plastics has been my hardest so far, which you wouldn't expect. But I had a very easy recovery, pain-wise and stuff like that. So the stuff that comes to mind, I guess, for recovery from a major operation. I had a very easy recovery in that aspect. So my week 3, I think it kind of was a bit of a perfect storm, I think, because I mentioned in my last video that I saw myself being prone to doing too much too soon. And so I think it was a combination of, one, just the anesthesia still, working its way out of my body, and, feeling emotional and crying a lot. It wasn't like a depressed, sad cry. I was just like really emotional and like grateful and like, anyway. Also moving around more, I definitely have a lot more swelling now, just from the extra movement. And so the best I can explain it is, having the energy to do something and having the mental want to do something, then going out, doing a lot, and then I needed like 2 days to recover. So the fatigue factor really got to me this past week, and I just felt so tired. And I also wasn't sleeping very well. So it was just a combination of things. So I wasn't really up to making a video, but I definitely wanted to talk about it as soon as I did have the energy to make a video, because I don't want people to think that even though I have had like the the unicorn experience post plastics and have had an amazing recovery, there are still, I still had major surgery 3 weeks ago, and I still definitely feel some of the effects from it, and the biggest thing has been the fatigue. I just have felt so tired. And it's been frustrating for me, and I also didn't want to come on here and sound all whiny and, about these like freaking first world problems when, oh, Lauren, don't cry. When there's been like so much shit going on in the world this past week, and I didn't want to come on here and sound ungrateful, because I know that my little issues I've been dealing with over the past week are such small potatoes. So yeah. I also don't like I said, like, this is such first world problems, and they're not even problems. While I would like to voice the issues that I have been having, I'm not dwelling on them. I'm not saying, oh, woe is me, feel bad for me. It's just something that I wanted to mention. Yeah. So, and I'm sorry, you guys, if my boobs are distracting you. I had them covered up last time, so, this is still pretty covered. So Lindsay came to visit last week, and we had a lot of fun. She was very understanding when I needed my rest, and I definitely, having her here, I loved having her here, but I definitely struggled with wanting to go out and show her all these different things, and but then also not having the energy to go out and do everything I wanted to do. I really kind of struggled with that, and it definitely, like, she did not make me feel bad when I didn't have the energy to do anything, and she was great. I struggled with it myself, feeling bad that I couldn't show her everything I wanted to show her. But that just means that she's gonna have to come back. We did have a great time. So she was here from Thursday morning to Tuesday afternoon. On Friday, we went into Boston, and we went to Quincy Market, Faneuil Hall area, and just kind of walked around, and she got to have clam chowder, which she said was the best clam chowder she's ever had, and that was nice. We did a oyster shooter, which apparently around her does not come with alcohol, and this one did, so that was interesting. So then after that, I mean, we were out for probably about 5 hours, I'd say. And I needed, so I think I only took a day to recover then. We were planning on doing like brunch the next morning, and I could not. I took her to Wegmans while she was here, and then Sunday, it was called like late morning. I did have some energy, and I was able to recover enough to go down to Newport, Rhode Island. Just where I am located in Massachusetts, I'm kind of equidistant between Boston and Providence. So we went down to Newport, and we went to brunch, and we had mimosas, and we got to go down to the water a little bit, and yeah, we just had a great time while she was here. When I needed the extra time to just like veg out, we watched We watched Girls because she hadn't seen the most recent season. We watched Sex and the City. We watched a bunch of Boston movies. So we had a great time. She definitely got to experience some of my crying though while she was here. So while she was here, she just happened, I mean, how am I, my words escaping me. I received 2 very nice cards in the mail while she was here. Patty sent me a really nice card that I super appreciate, and Lindsay will vouch for the fact that when I opened it and the present fell out, I'm not going to say what it is just because, anyway, so the present fell out of the card and I literally sat there with my mouth open for a full minute before I could like speak. They were like, she's like, what? I was like, so I really appreciate that. And then I think maybe the next day or the day after is when I received another card from, I don't know if this person really wants me to announce any of this, so I'm just going to use a first name, from someone named Julie, who I don't know, and she sent me a very nice card with a long letter on the inside. So, basically just saying how much she appreciated like everything that I share, and she also sent me a very generous gift, and I just wanted to say how much I appreciate it, and it just it blows my mind that me coming on here every week and just sharing how my week went, and you know, the silly stuff and the serious stuff, and this past week just really hit home how much I appreciate all of you, and it's just, it really blows my mind that me doing this simple thing, you know, inspires people that I don't even know and I don't even have, you know, personal contact with on a daily basis, and it really like, it blows my mind. Also the morning of Lindsay leaving, we definitely were both crying. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. Yeah, I just wanted to say, and I have expressed this to Lindsay already, but I just wanted to say how appreciative I am of her coming to visit me, and yeah, I can't get into it too much because I will cry again. So yeah, we had a little cry fest, and all right, so that was my past week pretty much. So I had my 3-week post-op appointment with my surgeon on Wednesday. They took some pictures, some updated pictures. She removed my belly button dressing finally, and I learned something that I didn't know, which, I don't know, that makes me sound like I'm a know-it-all, but I've done a lot of, you know, personal research with plastics, and I kind of, I feel like I know a lot because of that, and just with me kind of being a nurse, and even though I'm a psych nurse, I'm still relatively familiar with, you know, post-operative care and things to expect. So what I didn't know is that, so my belly button right now is like tiny, like it definitely looks odd right now. It's not in proportion to my body. And I know that I'm also little, but it's like, it's definitely not a normal looking belly button right now, which, you know, I'm only 3 weeks post-op, but she said that in a couple weeks, so for what I'm starting to do right now is, excuse me, she wanted me to start using scar cream. She said I could really use whatever I wanted, Mederma, bio oil, whatever. So I'm going to be using Mederma, and to just massage the incisions about 3 times a day. She said, you know, they're going to feel bumpy at first. That's fine. I can actually feel certain places. The reason why I'm doing this is because there's one like right here. I can feel a stitch under there that isn't dissolved, so I'm expecting it to like pop out sometime over the next couple weeks, and I'll either be able to trim it or just pull it out altogether. But yeah, she said to massage the incisions like 3 times a day with the, you know, bio oil, coconut oil, Mederma, which is what I'm going to be using, and that, you know, it's going to feel bumpy at first, and that this will help, you know, smooth it out and help it heal. She said around the 2 to 3 month mark is when it's going to start to look a little angry. It might get more red and raised at that point, but that's totally normal, and that it takes a year to a year and a half for your scar to basically fully, I don't know if heal is the right word, but to get to the point where, you know, that's where it's going to be. So for like the pigmentation to decrease and for it to flatten and all that stuff. She wants me to wear my compression garments for another couple months. I did tell her that, you know, like I've noticed a lot more swelling with my increased movement, and she reiterated, which I already knew, but she said that that's completely normal, and that, you know, I am gonna notice the swelling going up and down for probably the first 6 months, possibly even longer. Oh, I didn't mention another thing that was within the perfect storm is that I'm PMSing. So, you know, some of the swelling is just swelling, and some is just my body holding on to fluid before my period, and the emotions and all that stuff. What else to say? I can resume driving, which I technically could have been driving for the past week or so. I just haven't because I wasn't exactly sure. I know that I've been off my pain meds for a couple weeks, but I just didn't know with, you know, with my implants and with my incisions. I don't know. So I can drive. What else? I can lift between 10 to 15 pounds, but no more than that. And then at about the 6-week mark is when I can increase the amount of weight that I'm able to lift, but just to really listen to my body. No workouts except walking until the 6-week mark. At the 6-week mark, I can go back to the gym and do like elliptical, Stairmaster, stationary bike, that kind of thing, but still at that point can I ease back into it. I did not ask about weightlifting. I probably should have, but so my next appointment with her is in 2 months. So I think that I'll probably just stick to cardio up until then anyway, and then as long as everything's okay at that 2-month appointment, then I'll just make sure that I can resume weightlifting. I did mention to her that, you know, my right breast is a little different shaped than my left, and that, you know I'm still pretty soon out, but that I felt like my implant was settling differently on my right than on my left. And she kind of said, you know, like, that really depends on, you know, your natural fold in your breast can be, you know, slightly different, which I can definitely tell that that they are a little different. But she just said, you know, like, let's wait till your 3-month mark, which is basically when my next appointment with her is. It'll be just before my 3-month mark, and she said if you still have some concerns at that point, we can see, we can discuss basically how we could correct it. I honestly don't, even if they stay the way they are, I don't think that I would necessarily rush back into the OR to get them perfectly even. I don't think that it's, I don't think that it's that bad for it to be fixed immediately, but we'll see how things go. What else? I think that was pretty much it. She kind of reiterated how amazing my recovery has been, and that I'm, you know, a badass. I'm not going to show you guys like my incision or anything. It's really pretty much the same as last week, and I am really swollen. I can tell, well, I mean, I can just tell because you feel so much tighter, but also, like, I will be standing up and see like the little pooch, and then I'll press in with my hands, and then when I let go, it doesn't go, you know, back out to where it was. It stays in, and I can slowly see it coming back out, and that's kind of how you know it's swelling. Because I have my arms out, though, I will just show you an update on my arms. It's already starting to look better. Over here is where I have a little bit more like pinching, and it still feels super, super tight, and there's also swelling in my arms, and it goes down to my forearm on my right arm because I'm a righty and I'm moving it more. But they are definitely looking pretty good for 3 weeks, and you know, it lays flatter at some points and bumpier at others, and completely normal. So I think that's pretty much it. But before before I get asked this in the comments, I'm just gonna mention it in the video. So the last time I wore this lotion, people were kind of saying I was glowing and asked what kind of like body shimmer I had on, or if I had highlighter on my chest, and I will admit to doing that sometimes, but that's really only if I'm like going out. I'll put a little like highlighter on my collarbones, but I don't have any like body shimmer, highlight, nothing today. It is literally just this lotion, and a lot of beauty gurus on YouTube use it, and it's awesome. So you can get this at the drugstore for like $8. It is the Nivea Essentially Enriched Body Lotion for dry or very dry skin. I am super picky about body lotion. I hate feeling greasy. I am actually someone who used to put gloves on to put my lotion on because I hate the greasy feeling on my hands. This does not leave you greasy. It makes you very moisturized and like just glowy. I don't love the smell of it. It kind of smells like baby powder, but the stuff is bomb. And then for people who are going to ask what my highlight is, because holy shit, highlight popping today. It is mostly the Lorac illuminating highlighter. This is in Twilight, so this is actually the deepest one they have. But I mean, I'm tan right now, but I'm not like super dark, and this still shows up light on me. They also have 3 other colors, one that's Moonlight, which is like a pinky one, which I don't really like, and then they have Starlight, which is their lightest one, and Daylight, which Daylight I'm probably gonna get. It's like their champagne gold one. So this you can get at Ulta for $21, I think. And then I also have the Becca Jaclyn Hill face palette on. So I have Champagne Pop in my inner corners, and I have this blush, which is Rosé Spritz on my cheeks, which has some highlight in it already. You can, I think this literally just came out in Sephora stores yesterday for, it's $52, but if you just get Champagne Pop, I think it's $38. So 2 highlighters and 3 blushes is a really good deal, and this is also limited edition, and besides Champagne Pop, every other shade in here is only found in this palette. They are not sold separately. So, and lastly, my eyelashes. I think they came out really nice today, and they are all mine. So I used the Stila Lash Stunner Primer. This is one of the only primers that I like for lashes. It is brown, it's not white, and it has like little fibers on there. It doesn't make your eyelashes like too crunchy, which I find that a lot of primers do. And then I used the Stila Huge Mascara, which is pretty similar to Too Faced Better Than Sex and the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir mascara. So it has that like big kind of hourglass shaped wand. But yeah, these, even just the mascara alone is awesome, but together these are so good. And then I mentioned this in my favorite high-end beauty products or something, but for the lower lashes I used the Givenchy Phenomenize Waterproof mascara, and it's weird, it has like a little ball, but it's perfect for just doing bottom lashes, and then I did do 1 coat over the top. So that's it. I know that was a little random tangent at the end, but I usually get questions in the comment section about what makeup I'm wearing and stuff like that. So, sorry this was such a long video. I did not expect it to be this long. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Until next time.